We will not be doing any introductions. I do not have any rosters.
When are we going? Whenever you're ready. Are you gonna? Are you leading? Are you leading us tonight? You guys gonna meet over there?
You're not doing it now. Wait, you're not doing the announcer game right now.
The national anthem has been sung and we are ready to go here from Shea Stadium. It's a good day for some soccer here from Shea Stadium. We got a big game, Mountain Vista versus Regis Jesuit. Now, Mountain Vista, they've only played 5 games due to the shortened season, but they've had a good start, 4-1. Regis has a good record to match them. And I think it's going to be a pretty competitive soccer game today. What are you thinking, Jack?
Yes, you are right. It should be a very competitive soccer game. Mountain Vista has been playing very well. Last week when they played Thunderbridge, it was a competitive game. Mountain Vista ended up winning 1-0 with a goal in the second half, so they scored late. A key to the game and a key to winning for both teams would be scoring first. You want to score quickly first. You don't want this game to go to overtime or shootouts.
Yeah, well, I know you called that game last weekend and you were happy with the result. Hopefully we'll get a similar result today. This game was postponed a little bit. We'll talk about that in a little bit. But the teams are taking the field. Mountain Vista in the green, Regis in the white. And we will be ready to go in a minute. The refs are checking the field. Vista's in their final huddle before kickoff.
And Gifford, Regis is at 3-0. They have beat Heritage, Legend, and Ponderosa by scores of 4-0, 5-0, and 5-0. So this is going to be a very interesting matchup.
Well, who says that we can't be the first to score on them? I know we played Legend as our last game of the regular season before the playoffs. But the playoffs obviously have shrunk, as they have in many sports. Normally 32 teams make the prestigious CHASA 5A playoffs. This year only 16. So it'll be important for Mount Vista to come out playing their best and impress those people who make the judgments on who makes the playoffs.
And Gifford, you and I were talking before the game. As you said, this is 9 spots out of the playoffs. Is that correct?
That is correct.
So this matchup is going to be very important for them to win. If they can beat an undefeated team, I'm going to assume that's going to move them up at least 2 to 3 spots.
Yeah, you'd have to be correct. 4-1, but there's a lot of good teams this season. It's going to be tough to sneak into the playoffs. But this is an important step. Our referee blows for kickoff, and we are underway here at Shea Stadium.
Regis is playing on the outside, so Mountain Vista needs to take note of that early in this game.
Yeah, it'll be important for Mount Vista to attack the edges, get the ball into the box, and create some scoring chances early. You don't want to fall behind to a team like Regis. Loose ball at midfield, picked up by the Golden Eagles, and taken back. Vista resetting in their own territory. Goldsmith plays it over to McCain. McCain gets it back, and that pass goes out of bounds near the bench. So a little bit of inaccuracy at the beginning of this match. Neither team have gotten the ball into the opposing team's 18-yard box yet in the first 2 minutes.
You can already tell, Gifford, this is going to be a majority defensive game. Not a lot of goals will probably be scored.
Well, you have your first foul of the game. That one will go on the Golden Eagles. The ref was right there on top of it. It would be tough for her to miss that call.
Well, you have your first foul of the game. One will go on the Golden Eagles. The ref was right there on top of it.
Free kick taken long. Ball into the box. Goalie fumbles it, and it'll go out for a corner. Golden Eagles escape. That was the Mountain Vista goalkeeper, Eric Fang, who tried to come to the rescue nearly with a devastating mistake for Vista.
And Fang getting very lucky on that. If that ball was a little bit over to the right side, would have gone right past him, and Regis would have taken an early 1-goal lead.
Our first corner kick of the day is going to be taken by the Raiders. Ball in, headed away. Regis continue the possession, but it's taken away. Counterattack on for the Golden Eagles, but that is brilliant defending by Regis. Still in the defensive half, Vista. And another giveaway. Vista have to take care of that if they're going to stay in this match, because they're giving away the ball far too frequently. We see Kelly pressuring the ball. Regis find a way out of the trap. Across midfield goes Tristan Larson. Ball will go out for a Golden Eagle throw.
And a player on Mountain Vista who is very fast, and he's been fast for the entire season, Diego, a strong forward, so I'd like to see him score this game, because he's always the one who's taking the ball very fast down the field and has multiple opportunities to score in previous games.
Yep, Diego Ramirez, the junior, he's going to have to come up big, get Vista some scoring chances. That one goes into the preschool, so it'll be a Vista throw-in with a new ball. The little kids may have something to play with on Monday. The referee calls for a new ball. They were not prepared for this.
Well, I mean, it is soccer, Gifford. You always got to be prepared for the unexpected.
Vista with the opportunity to have their first real chance of the match. Loose ball, cleared away. Regis do a good job that time. Mountain Vista resets. It's Aiden Mott who loses the ball but is fouled. That foul on Nico Correa, the junior forward. Potential for a good free kick here, Jack.
Yes, as you can see, all the Mountain Vista players are running into the goal box. Shane Baker is going to kick it down there over to the right side.
Yeah, it was a decent ball there. No heads to meet it from the Golden Eagles. It'll go out silently for a goal kick. Regis lucky to escape there. If that had been a headed ball by the Golden Eagles off that cross, we may well have seen the opener. Five minutes gone here at Chase Stadium. Regis to put the ball back into play. Forward-headed ball, and the Golden Eagles escape that. Smart header there by Baker to get it back to Fang. Teams jostling for possession. Cleared out into the stands. A decent turnout tonight here at Chase Stadium as the sun begins to set on what has been a nice Friday night. Not much more than just parents, but it's good to see both teams getting some support.
Right, and you always want to see a good turnout by your fans. So, Gifford, if a goal is going to be scored, do you think it's going to be a breakaway down the field or a little sloppy goal that goes in between the goalie's legs or slips from his hands?
Well, I think that by the way these teams have been playing in the early going, I think that eventually there will be a good breakthrough. I don't necessarily think that the goalie will be the reason that we have a shot. I think that the teams are playing well enough that a scoring chance may result here in the next couple of minutes, but we will have to wait and see. A foul will be called there. That foul will go on Regis. It'll send the ball the Golden Eagles' way. That foul on Alejandro Herrera. A goal kick almost would have been more ideal with the placement of that. The tough free kick. Possession on the baseline. And that one will go out for another Vista throw. Mount Vista getting possession pretty well here in the early going. That forward pass was deflected out of bounds. Vista will reset from close to midfield. That's a nice move. Outside the 18, but they could change that. Ball played into the corner. Regis have to try to clear it. And a missed dribble. Golden Eagles will get a good throw in here in an attacking position. Tyler Doherty throws it in and it's cleared away. The attack isn't over yet. The Eagles still with the ball. It's a good pass there, but it is sought out. Regis get possession for the first time in about a minute. They don't have numbers, but players are rushing forward. Regis, they worked on 2 men, but it's Diego Ramirez that won that battle. That's a deep ball, but it curled out of bounds. It was a good through pass, got by all the defenders, and he was onside. But unfortunately, the pass was a bit too wide for Brian Kelly to get to.
And in the first about 9 minutes of this game, what I've been noticing is that Mountain Vista is able to get the ball into Regis' zone to about the 20-yard line, but Regis is doing a good job at clearing the ball back down into Vista's zone, and that's where the ball has been significantly for this entire 9 minutes in Vista's zone.
Well, that is a good move, but it will not work out. Tristan Larson really trying to get to that one and start an attack, but didn't quite work out. Regis. Vista forcing them to collect themselves. At midfield. A lob pass. Found its target. And that's a good takeaway there from Kyle Atkinson. Regis are threatening here. Shot on! And it is wide. That was a nice shot there by Brendan O'Toole, the captain of the Regis Jesuit team. But the left-footed shot was a bit wide. Scary, though.
Yes, very scary. You can already tell the captain, he's not going to go down low when he's taking a shot. He's going to go up high into the corner.
Regis win that goal kick header. Now starting their attack from midfield. On the left side. So, in your opinion, Jack, who's been in more control in these first 10 minutes? In my opinion, it's been pretty evenly sided, but who do you think has the slight edge?
I think Regis has a slight edge because they have already had a shot on goal, and it went over to the left, and this could be their second shot on goal. Vista playing good defense, though.
Very close to a pen there. Really good defense, but in those situations, it's a bit breathtaking. Through ball up. Chasing is Ivy, and that one will go out for a throw. Regis have a bit of open area in their own zone. It's a good job by the Golden Eagles there. You can see they're staying in their positions. They're not giving Regis too many open passing lanes. And that's preventing them from getting a good attack here. They're a bit bunched up and they got to be careful on the right side. Real chance. Cross was deflected and it will be another corner kick for the Regis Jesuit Raiders.
Vista needs to be careful on this corner kick because you already know Regis is going to go for a header on this corner kick.
Ball in. Goalkeeper has some trouble with it, but Eric Fang does eventually come up with the ball, and now Vista try a counterattack. Ball forward. And they still have it. That's Aiden Mott, and Regis eventually get it away. Vista with the ball at midfield, it'll go out, and it'll be a Regis throw-in. Diego Ramirez forces the takeaway. Ball up to him. Can he be the first one to get to it? Ramirez fights off his defender, and they still have it. Foul called. Ramirez, great job there. Nice stretch of play from him in the last 30 seconds to steal or to get pressure on the ball, force a turnover, then shake off a defender, and eventually get a really nice free kick for the Golden Eagles. They could shoot from here, but at the same time, it's a really nice position to get a good cross in. Look for Ivy there, one-on-one with his defender to make a move and try to get an open header in the box. Ball in. Headed away by Regis. No one there to immediately collect it. And the ball will go out of play. Vista will get the throw in. The senior, David Smith, organizing his offense here as he prepares to take the throw in. And gets it in to Ramirez. But that is sorted out nicely. Regis not allowing the Golden Eagles to get a shot off, but a really good chance. "15 minutes gone here from Shea Stadium. 0-0 between the Golden Eagles and the Raiders. Ramirez chasing it, but it's the defender that's going to get there first. But getting taken down for Regis is Hilt, but no foul. It will be a Regis throw-in though.
Regis and Vista playing very good defensively.
Long throw-in taken. No one there from Regis. Vista have the ball. Larson with a nice ball over to Ivy. Has it near the corner flag. Ball in. Ramirez, shot on. And that one is high. Good shot there by Diego Ramirez. He set it up. And Vista unlucky to not get it on goal.
And Vista getting their first opportunity of the game, getting a shot on goal. Was a pretty good shot. They just got to work on getting it a little bit lower to get it in the top shelf.
Yeah, that is the goalie for Regis hasn't been challenged yet, but that's the first time we've really seen him had to think about trying to make a save. That time there he got lucky as it whistled over the bar. Ball goes out. Vista with the opportunity to try again. Deep throw, and his throw-in went out of bounds. Not the ideal situation there. Regis are gifted the possession back. The other captain on this Regis team, Alex Billings, he gets to trot up to midfield where that throw from Vista was taken. Didn't do much good though as Vista get possession back. Ball goes out, and it is Regis winning possession. The captain, Billings, didn't want to take that throw in. Maybe he was second guessing himself after the last one, but eventually he does. Vista with the quick clear away. Looks like it was Aiden Mott there on the clear. And now Larson has it. With a lot of room, it's Ivy. Lob pass in toward Ramirez. He's double covered, does get his head on it, but it'll be the goalkeeper swallowing it up. Ramirez, bad control. Regis get it back. In their defensive end. Losing the ball. Too many times we've seen a pass straight out of bounds from Regis. Two subs in from the Golden Eagles. It looks like it'll be the senior Jonah Layton as well as Luis Hernandez. Two seniors in to try to make an impact on their team in a big match here against Regis Jesuit. Mount Vista 0, Regis Jesuit 0. 21 minutes to go in the first half. Try to play by the defender. Vista read it. Now it's Luis. David Smith takes the throw in short, but a bad touch leads to Regis with the opportunity with the counterattack. Teams trading possession pretty quickly. So we close in on the halfway point here in the first half. Making that pass is Correa. Now Timich gets it taken away. The ball rolls out for a goal kick. Both teams feeling frustrated right now. Neither team able to get anything going in the last few minutes, as Fang will reset his side with the goal kick. Opportunity now. That's a good pass. Lots of Vista defenders converge in on Regis. And Regis is forced to reset, but a bad touch puts it right out of play.
And Regis had a chance there. Mountain Vista luckily able to clear it out. Now they're going to throw it in.
Yeah, the senior defender, Alejandro Herrera, was on the left wing on that play. Maybe not his most comfortable position, and it showed. Header, and it'll be another Vista throw. .18.5 to go. Now, unlike in professional soccer, 40-minute halves here at the high school level, as well as the fact that the clock counts down, so no stoppage time. We will just see the clock run down, and that will be the end of the half.
And then they have 10-minute half times in between.
That is true. On the counterattack, it's Alejandro Herrera. Double covered here, but Regis win it. Converging on the 18. Cleared away. Good defense there by the Golden Eagles.
And Shane Baker with an absolute leg to boot that ball down the field.
That goal kick bounces over the head of the intended target into the stands, and Vista will have another throw. Play will stop momentarily. Jonah Layton comes back out of the game. He got a short stint in there, but Tyler Daugherty now comes back in. Deep throw toward Larson. Now it's a foot race. Getting shoved off of the ball is Daugherty. And now Herrera. Good pass. Herrera score. What a shot from Nico Carrera, and Regis have found themselves on the board first.
And the shot by Carrera outside by the 15-yard line, and I think it caught Fang off guard, took an unlucky bounce right at the end before the ball crossed the goal line, and just going right past his fingertips.
Yeah, nice long shot by Nico Carrera. It takes class to be able to hit the shot from that distance, and he made no mistake. 1-0 to the Raiders.
Regis taking a late lead in this game. However, there is still a bunch of time left.
Vista trying to answer before the end of the half. That pass to Hernandez was off target. Foul that time. Foul will go on Regis. I do not have a number 5 on my roster, so I will just be calling him number 5. Our PA announcer at the stadium was saying that he did not have a Regis roster either, so I guess that is not our fault. Deep drop kick, far across midfield. Vista trying to start a possession, but the header is right to Herrera. Regis recollect themselves. $15 minutes and change to go in the first half. The Raiders restarting their possession. That's Correa. He just had a goal. Shot on by Herrera. And it is over the top of the net. Looked a little wide right as well. Vista are a bit uneasy right now. They got to clean it up on the defensive end, get some attacks going. They haven't really had much on offense in this game.
Well, Regis, with 20 minutes left in the game, they were going up into the goal box, taking shots really close to the goalie. And ever since they've got that 1-0 goal, they've been taking it out by the 20-yard line.
Well, there's Hernandez, but he played that pass far too early. Vista get the benefit of getting their attack reset, but another poor pass forces them to reset again. It's Mott over to Larson. Pass kicked away. Losing his footing there, I believe, was Ramirez. Regis with the ball now. They have numbers. This could be a real chance here. But expert defending by Vista keeps it 1-0. Daugherty on the defense. Oh, and that's poor defending on the left wing and looking to play it in. Tripped up, no call. Still going with it. On the goal line, loose, cleared away. Wow, what a sequence of events that was. Madero on the right side, crossing it in, and that will go out for a Vista throw on the opposite end. The ball was a bit long for anyone to come up with it.
Regis getting a lot more shots on goal than they did in the first 15 minutes of this game. In about the last 8 minutes or so, Regis has been in Vista's offensive zone for, I'd say, about 85%.
Throw in taken short. Scarth played that pass, and now he gets it back. It's Clay Scarth. Luis Hernandez. Regis able to keep the possession. It's Nico Carrera, and he gets the ball taken away. Counterattack for the Golden Eagles. Hernandez plays it quickly. Back into the middle. No one was there. Vista's playing these passes a bit too quickly. They don't need that much urgency this early in the match. Nice bit of skill there from the Golden Eagles. It's Herrera, nicely taken by Diego Ramirez. That pass was poor. It'll go out of play. The pass went off the toe of Tanner Scarth, another captain of the team. They have 3. The throw headed toward Hernandez, and it's chested down. Hernandez has it. Pass back to the defensive line. And I'm not sure if it was a pass or if it was a clearance, but it went out of play.
It looked like it tried to be a clearance.
Scarth with the throw in. Throw in bounces once and then goes to Herrera, who controls it. On the left side, Regis threatening. That's Hilt. Passing it back to Herrera was Nico Correa. Herrera with a nice move, but it's taken away by the Golden Eagles. Vista unable to hold it for long, but a bad pass allows them to clear it. 10 minutes to go here in the first half. Regis 1, Vista 0. Larson chasing. He does end up with it. Has Hernandez, but he gets the ball stolen from him. No foul there. The bit of students that showed up wanted to foul, but it looked like he got all ball. We have our first offside of the game. Hernandez was offside. And Regis will get the free kick from a little outside their own 18. Big boot there from the defender. And in return, Vista clears it. Hernandez versus Scarth. Scarth wins the battle, but doesn't clear very far, and Larson gets on the receiving end of that. Ball up in the air. In play for now, but it rolls out. Regis with the throw-in. Oh. A little bit of... Well, we'll have to see what's going on. The head referee changed the lineman's mind. Initially, it was going to be a Regis throw-in, but they do give it to Vista. Hernandez chasing. Excuse me, that is Tyler Daugherty, and that one will go out of play for a goal kick. Trey Tomlin, the senior goalie, hasn't had to do much for Regis in the first half. See if the Golden Eagles can give him any trouble here in the last 8 minutes. But there's work to be done if they're going to threaten. It's Leighton threatening the ball. Vista, that's Jonah Leighton, the senior, back into the match. Gets the ball taken away. That's Herrera. Plays the ball forward. Regis have numbers, but Vista has some decent defense to hold off that attack for the moment. On the right wing, O'Toole plays the ball off the Vista defender. It'll go out for another throw-in. The Raiders retaining possession. Deep throw into the box. Loose ball. Just able to get it away. Regis have it back. Shot on. Saved by the keeper. It wasn't a difficult save, but it's a save nonetheless from Eric Fang. And the kick switches the field. We do apologize if we're unable to call out some of the names. The sun sets at Shea Stadium right in front of us, so it is kind of tough to see some of the last names, or some of the numbers sometimes.
So, Gifford, since you mentioned the sun, do you think it has been a struggle for some of the players out on the field?
I think it's less of a struggle for the players just because they aren't as often looking toward that left side. I'm sure some of the long balls have given people some problems, but they tend to be facing away from it, which is nice for them. Jonah Leighton gets turned on that play by Herrera. Lob pass in, but no one there. And it's Larson. Larson kicks it away. Back out. Billings has to reset. It's over to his fellow captain, Tanner Scarth. Scarth at midfield. 5 minutes to go here in the first half. Garth will throw it in.
Four minutes left in the first half. Regis making another attempt trying to score a header. Saved by Fang. Mountain Vista is going to make an attempt to try to tie the game up at 1 apiece before they head into halftime.
Just trying to win back possession, and they do. For the Golden Eagles, it was Kelly, and now it's Jonah Leighton. Leighton on the left side, trying to turn his defender. but loses the ball in the process. Vista unsuccessfully connecting their passes. It's frustrating to see. That pass was to no one, and it goes out of bounds for a throw-in for Regis. If Vista's going to score, they need to clean up their passing. Their defense has looked good enough. They conceded a goal, but it was a good goal. It wasn't a mistake on their part, but their passing has just limited their scoring chances in a way that is not going to allow them to win this game.
And Vista in this entire first half has only had one shot on goal.
Deep cross there, and it's Fang collecting it. That pass almost made its way all the way to O'Toole, but they were unable to connect. 2.5 to go. A foul will be called on Regis. Vista will get a free kick in their defensive half. The sun has almost gotten over the mountain, or I guess under the mountain. And then we will actually be able to see. Looks like there will be another sub. Looks like Diego Ramirez coming in. Free kick taken. It gets to Larson. It'll go out of bounds, off Larson's shoulder, and it'll be a Regis throw with 1.5 minutes to go in this first half.
And before we head into the halftime, Gifford and I would just like to mention that we will have a halftime show where we will be talking about the entire first half, so stay tuned for that.
Setting up the late attack is Regis. Vista playing a bit defensively now. They only have one player forward. Late in defending. Regis reset. 60 seconds to go in the first half, with Regis leading by a goal. On the right wing, Jonah Layton fighting for possession, can't get it. Chance here for Regis, dangerous, but well defended. 35 seconds, this is it for the Golden Eagles if they want to get something before halftime. Through ball, but it was very, very far away from his intended target. The goalie comes to collect it really close to midfield and kicks it away. Vista, with 20 seconds, loses possession again. Possible chance. Through ball. And it's Hernandez getting to it. He's going to be able to cross it in with 3 seconds to go. Trying to get on the end of it is Larson, and time will expire in this half. Regis 1, Vista 0. 40 minutes to play after this break. Analysis coming up, so stay tuned. Mount Vista Soccer on VistaNow.
Yes, Minahan.
Shea Stadium, Griffin, along Johnson. And we are here for some Mountain Vista soccer. If you haven't joined us, thank you for tuning in now. We're about to fill you in on what's happened and what is hopefully to come. Now, in the first half, it looked like Regis was controlling the pace of the match. They're up 1-0 at the break, thanks to a nice goal by Nico Correa taken from outside of the box. Put it by Fang on his right side, and that is the difference so far in the match. Now, what do you think Vista did well on? What do you think they struggled on in the first half?
Well, one thing they struggled on was connecting on the passes. That's definitely for sure. They need to do better at passing. Some things they did well. I think they played a little more on the outside instead of being clumped in the middle altogether. But something they need to watch out for is that Regis has been taking all their shots on goal from outside of the box. They need to just be wary of that. Take note of that.
Yeah, now Vista has not had a single shot on target thus far. That is obviously going to need to change if they're going to get the equalizer. But yeah, you hit the nail on the head. Their passing has not been at the level that we need it to be. It's been too often where they've gotten a good attack going and they rush a pass and suddenly it's gone. They need to stay within themselves, not try to do too much, because the shots will come if they set up like they work on in practice. I was actually watching them during practice yesterday, and they looked pretty good. Like, this is a good team. They've only lost once for a reason, but they can't succumb to the pressure of Regis. They need to keep finding those passes and find a way to make Trey Tomlin work.
And as we said, Regis is 3-0. They are technically a powerhouse team right now. Vista trying to hand them their first loss, or Regis will hand Vista their second loss. Let's hope whatever the coach told Mountain Vista is going to work, and let's hope Vista can tie this game up at 1 apiece.
Yep, well, I expect to see them come out aggressive here. Both teams have taken the field, so we might start a little bit earlier than the scoreboard suggests. But we will see. I do not see any sign of the refs, so maybe that will be what we're waiting on for the next minute and a half. But it has been an entertaining fixture so far, to say the least.
Yes, the refs taking their sweet time right now. Vista is ready to get this second half underway. Regis still talking some things through in their group huddle.
Yeah, now the impact player for me so far, for Vista at least, has been the senior Luis Hernandez. He has been finding ways to get open downfield, and, well, they haven't turned out as shots on target yet, or better yet, goals. He has been finding ways to connect passes, get open, and it's just going to be up to him and his team to find a way to get that equalizer and send it at least to overtime where they can fight for the win or settle for the draw. But they got to come out flying, because if you let Regis get this next goal, then it's going to be very difficult for Vista, especially if they're playing like they played in the first half. It's going to be very difficult for them to get back into the match if they go 2-0 down.
Right. Well, the refs are back out on the field. Everyone is getting ready and set to go. 24 seconds left on the clock, so we are going to throw it back down to your live coverage of the field.
a tangle between the two of them now, as number 5 kicks it long. Chance now for Regis, one to beat, and a bad touch, which saves Vista from having to make a tough save. Fang happy that he did not have to do anything that time. Long ball, controlled by Vista, cleared away toward Jonah Layton. He comes up with it. It's a 2-on-2. That pass goes ahead to Brian Kelly, who's on the left side. They got to get numbers into the middle. Kelly, a nice tackle there by number 13 on Regis. That is the senior captain, Alex Billions. And Vista with a nice throw in here with 2.5 gone in the second half.
Vista's going to throw it in from the corner, and Gifford, as you said, here come all the guys up in the middle, right in front of the goal.
Deep throw in, headed away. Play down, Larson. Larson put it over the net. Tristan Larson had an opportunity. Best Vista has had so far. Took it with his left foot, just put it over the top.
And that is the second time this has happened in the game. Both shots that Mount Vista has had have gone right over the top. They need to work on getting the ball down a little bit lower.
Good chance. Ball in front, but it's a bit too far in front of Kelly. Now, in a lot of pitches, you'll see their grass. Shea Stadium obviously is turf, so the ball will roll a lot farther. It's tough to play that through ball. Another chance for the Golden Eagles. That one is deflected out for a corner. Taking that shot was Atkinson, who has gotten himself into an attacking role here in the early goings of the second half. Mount Vista's first corner of the day will come courtesy of Tegan Bowman, the senior. As Vista clumps into the middle, we'll see them try to position for a shot. Ball in, and Regis get their head on it. Chance now, and it'll be another corner. That's solid defending there from Tanner Scarth. He's been big tonight. And although Aiden Mott tried to get it by him, Scarth was too good.
And Regis, as you can tell, is majoritively a defensive team.
Diego Ramirez and Jonah Layton are out. And we'll see if that change benefits the Golden Eagles. That ball is whipped in, and another header away. Regis handle it nicely, and it'll be a throw-in. Throw-in, taken. Too much pressure there. Atkinson not able to do much with it. Finding Atkinson again, but it's deflected away. Good defense from Regis. They're trying to turn it around on the counter. On the left side, still going with it, but eventually taken away. And now Larson finds himself with it. We're starting to see a bit of that sloppy play we had talked about in the first half. Where the teams are constantly trading possession and they're making bad passes, and it's got to change, because even if both teams are doing it, if Vista is still making those constant turnovers, they're not going to be able to get another chance like the one we saw early in the half. They were playing pretty solidly early, and we saw the result, but they got to clean it up. A good chance here with the attacking throw-in. Throw-in taken short, and it'll go out for a corner. Their third corner, they didn't have any in the first half. They've had 3 early in the second.
Vista definitely needs to capitalize on this corner. Substitution in for Mountain Vista.
Coming out of the game, Brian Kelly going in, I believe, is Diego Ramirez. Bowman's ball slices in, header on, and it is wide. Really good header there. This is the first time we've seen a set piece from the Golden Eagles result in a shot, but it went just a little wide.
I mean, we're 8 minutes into this game already. Mountain Vista has had multiple opportunities to try to score. And, I mean, you got to take advantage of this, and you got to at least try to score once, because later into the game, you might not get another opportunity like this.
Well, the Regis goalkeeper, Trey Tomlin, will put it back into play. 7.5 gone. 32.5 is all Vista has to get the equalizer. Regis trying to get the attack, but Larson has it as the Vista goes the other way. Through ball got deflected, and Ramirez unable to take it back. Regis passing it around their defenders. Lob pass all the way up to O'Toole, one of the co-captains. Ball into the middle, nearly found its target, but Vista does away with it. Big tackle there, and he got the ball, but nearly violent enough to warrant a foul anyway, and that will go out for a corner. Slowly getting up with Sander Timmons. He does appear to be okay, but wow, what a tackle that was from Regis. Ball in, Regis' first corner of the half. They do get their head to it, but it wasn't on target. And Vista manages to get it out for a throw-in, but not for, or they managed to avoid the corner, but it is still a throw-in. That was Tegan Bowman who nudged it out of play. Deep throw, Fang, aggressive, goes for it. Oh, and it's off the post. What a chance. The goalkeeper, Eric Fang, was a little too aggressive. He got his hand on it, but it wasn't enough to get it out of the area, and a wide open goal for Regis off the post. And if Vista is able to tie this game, Regis are going to be wondering what had happened if they had got that one.
So, Gifford, you saw how far Fang came up and almost out of the box. Do you think he should have stayed a little bit farther back or not?
I think he's either got to completely go for that or stay back, because he was hesitant enough that he wasn't able to completely get his fist on it, and that was the reason it stayed in the box. If he had been a little more aggressive and gotten all the way out to it, he would have been able to punch it out of danger. But because he only got to it partly, that was why that scoring chance was such a big opportunity for Regis.
And that ball went a few inches over to the right side by the goalpost, like you said. Regis could have been up 2-0 if that would have gone in.
Well, Bowman resets. Attacking was Ramirez, and it does result in a brief possession for Vista. A nice tackle there that time by Rylan Height. His first real impact on this game, and it could be something. Luis Hernandez chasing one defender was all it took, though. And that is a big defensive play by one of the co-captains, Alex Billions. Put it out. Deep throw. Quick header, and Vista will reset. Volley! And that one was into the parking lot. A little too over-anxious from Kyle Atkinson. I like the aggressiveness. They got to get shots, but that was a bit too much power on that one.
And that's another one that's going right over the top of the goal.
Another goal kick. Didn't really get much distance. Vista will try to take advantage. That's Height. Height attacking the ball, and it'll go off of him out of play as Billions tried to clear it. Ryland Height standing in the way does a good job of preventing the Raiders from being able to establish that attack. Throw in for the Golden Eagles. One player we haven't really seen make too much of an impact for Regis in the second half, Alejandro Herrera, the senior, who is listed as a defender, but he's been more of a winger in today's match. As Hernandez is chasing that one with, and that one will go out for a goal kick. A lot to unpack there, as Diego Ramirez and Luis Hernandez were chasing after that one, and eventually it was off the foot of Diego Ramirez, the junior, out for a goal kick. Not a real shot there, but it was an opportunity.
I think if Hernandez would have ran a little bit farther up into the goal box and then Diego passed over to Hernandez, they most likely could have scored on that one.
Well, now on the other end, nice pass in. A miscommunication that could haunt Vista if they don't get rid of it now. You gotta nip the bud, and there was just too much miscommunication. Neither defender went for it, and the goalie had to clean it up. But if the goalie had let it go, then that would have been a one-on-one shot for Regis. On the right side, near midfield, is Jordan Madero. Switching the field. Now with it is Nico Carrera. A bad touch, and it'll result in Vista getting the ball, but Ryland Height plays that pass. There's just nobody there, and that's what we've been talking about. Rushed passes. He wasn't looking up at the field. He was looking down at the ball, played that pass, but there was no one in that direction, and it's just a quick turnover. Free kick. Cleared away by the Golden Eagles. Still threatening are the Raiders. Headed away. Atkinson tries to completely clear it. Unable to do so. Now on the edge, Regis have a real chance. Cross in. Header. And that one should be called out of play. And it is. The ref took a long time to do so. There was a bit of a scramble as Vista didn't really know what to do with themselves. We do thank those tuning in to see this really big match for the Mount Vista boys soccer team against the Regis Jesuit Raiders.
And if Regis would have scored on it, that is definitely something that would have haunted Mountain Vista.
That ball is cleared away. Charging in on it is Luis Hernandez, who takes the ball off his thigh out of bounds. But that is the kind of hustle play that we need to see from the Golden Eagles down the stretch. Under 25 to go. Mount Vista running out of time. Getting close to the halfway point in this second half. Tanner Scarth will go for the long throw. Fang comes out to get it, and there's the punch away that we need. We need it out of the 18-yard box. Deep shot off the post. That's the second time we've seen that from Regis. That shot was from a mile away. Fang didn't get over to it, and he's lucky that that hit the outside of the post rather than the inside.
Fang has been a little bit, I guess you could say, behind on trying to stop the goals.
Goal kick. There's a deep one as it clears midfield before being headed away by Regis. Chance for the Golden Eagles. Finding a little space now is Diego Ramirez. Still with it now, Luis Hernandez. And a big boot away. The Vista defenders have to turn and run to get to that. There's a nice touch. And it is Aiden Mott taking that away. Now on the other end, Mount Vista trying to mount an attack, unable to do so. Regis just converging on the ball too quickly for Mount Vista to react to. Another good defensive play. Now cleared away. No one from the Golden Eagles to get to it though. And that is Tyler Crammond playing defense there. Herrera. And a foul will be called. He went down. It did look like he could have gotten tangled up. But the referee made her decision, and it is a Regis free kick in an area that is a bit dangerous, Jack.
Yes, very dangerous. Mountain Vista needs to cover every single man out there to make sure Regis is not able to score.
Three-man wall for Vista. So that curling ball has to be saved by Fang. Didn't really get into the scrum of players. It almost, I don't believe that it was intended to be on net, but it was nearly a shot on goal.
Fang did play that perfectly, though. He read the curve.
Larson trying to get around his defender, unable to do so as he got closed off. And there's a foul called. Wow. Larson unhappy with that, to say the least, although he jogs off without too much complaint as Regis take the free kick quickly. Tinich plays it over to the right side, and that's Alejandro Herrera. Whips it in, and Fang has to swallow it up. Almost lost control of that ball, and you can see Brendan O'Toole there for the tap in if it had been completely lost. Alejandro Herrera recollects now, plays the through ball, picked out nicely, taking it back, going down, no foul though. Vista will set back up. Tegan Bowman will take the throw in for the Golden Eagles.
And it looks like there's a player down on the field right now for Regis. The coach will come out. He appears to be okay. He's able to walk off under his own power. They will have to get a quick substitution in for him. That is the unnamed player that I don't have on my roster. So maybe that will mean that I won't have to attempt to call his name anymore. After the delay. Now, you may have noticed that the clock at the stadium has stopped. Our scorekeeper not paying that much attention, forgetting to stop the clock.
But after the delay with the injury, we will get back underway with 20:06 to go in the second half. Bowman's throw is headed away by Herrera, and it just sets up Mount Vista better. Halfway through the second half, 20 minutes for Mount Vista to find the equalizer and tie this thing up at 1. A chance here for Ramirez. Diego Ramirez unable to get to it as the goalkeeper, Trey Tomlin, has to come and swallow it up.
I mean, Mountain Vista this second half has been getting a lot more opportunities to try to score. They just haven't been capitalizing on it. Regis has come very close to scoring on Mountain Vista.
You're just trying to get the counterattack. You can see number 12, Josh Cavell, he's in, who replaced the injured number 5. Luke Warren plays that back over to the defender. And Mount Vista takes it away. Although another errant pass, and we've seen it all day, and it never becomes less frustrating. A chance for a counter for the Golden Eagles, and the pass was behind him out of bounds. Regis at midfield. Playing the ball to the right side. Having to sprint over to keep it in is Jordan Madero. That cross is caught by Fang. Fang's come up big today when they've needed him to keep it a 1-goal deficit. That pass straight to a Regis player. They do get the benefit of it going off his foot out of play, but that pass must have been 15 yards from its intended target. A good box out there. It leads to Vista threatening. Good chest down, but it doesn't come to much. The chest was intended for Brian Kelly, but his marksman was guarding him a bit too well. Throw in down toward the wing, and it'll go out. 17 minutes to go. The sun has set here at Shea Stadium. Beautiful night in the upper 40s, which sounds a bit cold, but it's actually pretty nice.
Well, Gifford, it is a bit nice out here because we're in the press box, which is a little bit heated. It's been hot all day, and the fans are in the stands sitting on cold bleachers.
Well, they look like they're enjoying the game as much as we are, so forgive me. Regis trying to start an attack. They haven't really done much on the offensive end so far, although neither has Vista. Free kick for the Golden Eagles. Going down in a heap was the Vista midfielder.
"16 minutes to go in the game.
The ball into the box, took a little deflection, and Vista wanted a penalty, not going to get one. You could see Tyler Crammond, he was arguing that the defender had restricted him. The defender had gone down, he still is down, and the trainer attends to him. Crammond unhappy with the fact that there was no penalty as the head referee goes to talk to her assistant to sort out what had just happened.
The Regis player was grabbing his head a couple of seconds ago, so it's probably a head injury.
15:37 to go in the second half as the clock has stopped, and we're waiting for the injury timeout to be over.
Regis player is able to get up, so it's always nice to see him walking off the field because you never want to see guys getting injured in high school sports at such a young age.
That is true. The goalkeeper will have the drop ball. I do not expect them to boot it, as it was the Regis player injured, not the Vista player, so I doubt that they will be giving possession over. He picks it up and rolls it over to his defender. There you can see Alejandro Herrera playing in his preferred position as that ball goes to the other side of the field, taken away by Vista. Ball forward, but unable to get on the end of it was Kelly. Frustrating to see. That ball will go off the defender. Getting over to it was Alex Billings of Regis, but he took it off his shin. And Mount Vista will get the throw in. 15 minutes to go here in this tense match between the Regis Jesuit Raiders and the Mount Vista Golden Eagles. Regis 1, Vista 0.
And if you're Mount Vista, in these final 15 minutes, you cannot be playing sloppy. You have to connect on every single one of your passes. You can't screw up here.
Attacking on the right wing, nearly getting around the defenders, was our sole goal scorer of the evening, Nico Carrera. Loose ball in the box, cleared away. Kelly chasing. But it is picked up by Regis. That was Gavin Tinich, who will begin the attack for the Raiders. Nice job by Vista, although they're unable to really get anything going. As we saw Tristan Larson try to do it himself, was unable to.
Substitution for Mountain Vista. 3 players coming onto the field, 3 players coming off. $13:20 left to go in the game. Regis still with a 1-goal lead, up 1-0.
If we see Luis Hernandez, the senior, coming into the game off the bench, trying to act as the super sub here tonight. And he loses the header, but Vista get the possession. Down the wing, but that ball will go out for a throw in the very corner.
Mountain Vista doing everything in their power to get as far down the field as they can and get shots from inside the goal box.
You know, we haven't seen them get a quality shot off in about 20 minutes, which needs to change here in the last 12 as we converge on full time here at Chase Stadium.
And as I said, Gifford, at the beginning of this half, that Mountain Vista had to take advantage of the opportunities of scoring goals because they might not get another one, and they haven't really got another one in the last 20 minutes.
That header was deflected. Fang's got to come out to get it, and that's going to be a foul.
And Fang is down.
So is one of the defenders. We'll give you that name when we can see it. Although he's flat on his back, so we cannot see his number at the moment. Fang appears to be okay.
Looks like the player who is down is getting up.
That looks like Sander Timmons, the freshman. He has had a pretty big role on this team, and we'll see him become more of a leader as the years roll on for him. He still has 3 more here at this school, whereas a lot of these players, Jonah Layton, Tegan Bowman, a big portion of this lineup, even Fang, their goalie, they're all seniors. They'll be departing after this year, and they want to go out with a bang, and it starts with getting this equalizer. 11 minutes to go. Atkinson tried to take the ball Vista do eventually get it clear, but Regis just starts over their possession. That's a good stolen ball, and a deep ball will continue to roll. Jonah Layton chasing, not able to make an impact on that at the end of the day, though. Sliding tackle, beautifully done there by Shane Baker. That could have saved a breakaway. That ball goes to Luis Hernandez.
10 minutes to go in the game.
Regis threatening on the left side, stolen away. Vista need to find a way to become a real presence in the Regis half of the field. That's Herrera putting it in, and that will be deflected off Shane Baker, who did what he had to do, and it will be a corner for Regis Jesuit. Now, in this season so far for the Golden Eagles, they have scored in every match. They are at risk of that streak falling apart. Although, another thing to add, they've only had both teams score in one of their matches. And that was their sole loss of the season, an overtime loss to Castleview. So it will be important for them to get this goal to not only extend that streak, but to keep themselves in contention for the win, or at least the draw. Even a draw would look good against a team like Regis Jesuit.
Well, Gifford, did you know in the 3 games that Regis has played, they have actually not given up a goal? They've won 4-0, 5-0, and then 4-0 again. So you can tell they are definitely a defensive team, not having given up 1 goal yet this season.
Well, at the same time, though, you can look at it another way and say that Vista have done a much better job against Regis than any other team that has faced the Raiders this season. It's only 1-0, and with 8 minutes to go, obviously that could change. We're hoping it changes in Vista's favor, but of course it could change with another goal from the Raiders. But we will see.
And as you can tell, whenever any of the balls get kicked out of play and go to the fences, that Regis players, they're not running down to get it to immediately throw it in. They're walking, taking their sweet time to get the ball, wasting about 20 seconds off the clock.
That header will go out. Well, no, it will stay in for now. And now it will be a corner. Upon a further look at it, it does look like it has been a free kick awarded to the Raiders. It's a tougher free kick than a corner would be because you don't have that angle to whip it into the box. But with the wall positioned so close to the end line to prevent a near post shot, we'll see if maybe Regis will play something short.
Here we go. And Vista able to get it out.
Well, there's a big collision. Goal kick for Mount Vista. 6.5 minutes to go. There has to be some urgency. We see a sub coming into the game. We have 2 substitutions. Jonah Layton coming out. And there's one of the bigger bodies on the team, Tristan Larson, coming in. They're hoping for maybe a couple corner kicks, can get a taller person in the box to try to win that header. Going down on the play, Sander Timmons, no call. Loose ball picked up by Larson. Vista's got to be careful with these passes. That pass lacked the power, and Regis take it away. They need to clean that up. 6 minutes to go. A clear away, and a header out of bounds by Rylan Height. It was a good job to limit the Regis attack, but at the same time, with this little time remaining, you can't be just clearing it out of bounds. They gotta turn up the Jets here, get a little more attacking. If they give up a second goal, so be it. But you can't be playing to not concede. You gotta be playing to score right now.
If I were Fang and I get another goal save, I'd tell everyone to just run down the field, pass midfield, and I just boot it down there every single time to give your players more of a chance to score.
Well, 5 minutes and change to go. Tanner Scarth wasting as much time as he can before getting the throw in deep into the box. Headed away by the Golden Eagles. It's a foot race to the ball. It'll be won by Regis. That shot is well wide.
Fang's going to have to move quick here. Substitution for Mountain Vista.
And that's Luis Hernandez coming off. And into the game is Brian Kelly. Atkinson gets the first touch on that. Possession stays with the Golden Eagles. Rylan Height plays it forward. And Kelly is going to be going for that. And he will be able to get to it. And it's a goal kick. And that's poor play from Brian Kelly. The ball was rolling. He chose to let it go. And Regis played it off of him out of bounds. And it's a goal kick. Tough to see a chance like that slip away for Mount Vista.
3:48 left to go in the game. These are going to be the last few opportunities Mountain Vista has to try to score.
Regis will slow down the game here. Good tackle. And they go the other way, but it's a poor pass. It's what we've seen all game. The two defenders well behind Vista there. That through ball will never work. But a good through ball there. Rylan Height taken down. And it'll be a goal kick. Height had an opportunity. And that will leave many Vista fans wondering if we'll have another one like it.
Vista is most likely going to get one last opportunity to try and score in the last 3 minutes of the game. It's kind of odd because at the start of this half, Mountain Vista was doing pretty good at passing, a significant increase since the first half, and then now in the last 15 minutes of the game, they haven't been doing that well passing.
A bit of a counter for Regis. 2.5 to go. That's a nice tackle. The referee says stand up, and Vista says please do. Counterattack on, and that's a bad pass. Taken back by Rylan Height. Now it's Atkinson, and he's tripped up, and that's a foul. That is a clear foul.
And the Vista parents clapping with joy. Regis parents a little angry at the call. 2:10 left to go.
He got the leg first. Not much argument can really be made about that. Yes, he got the ball, but he took out Atkinson's legs first. 2 minutes to go. Free kick, and you got to ask, is this within shooting distance? They'll bring the wall back. I think that he could put this over the top and potentially make the goalkeeper work.
You're going to have to capitalize on this opportunity, Gifford. This is very well your last chance to probably score.
Tomlin hasn't been tested too much today, but you have Atkinson as well
It's as
as
if
Tristan Larson standing on the ball. 1.5 to go. The referee stops the clock.
it was as if Regis was wasting as much time as they could, acting like they didn't know how to get set up.
Shot taken, and it is well wide. Not a good hit there from Tristan Larson. With 1:20, the goalie will take their time as if they can't reach up 3 inches to grab the ball.
Why wouldn't you just have the guy in blue down there on the sideline just throw him another ball?
Yeah, you'd think that they would be able to.
I mean, I understand they're trying to waste time, but come on, this is getting a little bit ridiculous. It takes you 30 seconds.
The referee's whistle blows. 1-0. The Regis Jesuit Raiders only scored 1 goal, but it is enough as Mountain Vista goes home empty-handed after this hard-fought match.
I don't know, Gifford, I gotta ask
that
you,
concludes
what do you
this
think
evening's
about
contest.
Regis just wasting as
Regis
much time as they
won,
can
Mountain
and
Vista's
not trying to
0.
move a little bit faster?
Folks,
Do you
if
think
you
the
could help us
refs
keep
should have
the
called
stadium
something
clean by
on
picking
that?
up any
Well, to be
trash
honest,
and
I've seen it
recyclables
enough
that are
in
your
professional
area
soccer
and deposit
that
them
I'm kind of
in the
used to it by
receptacles
now.
At the bottom of the stairs, we would
Um,
appreciate it.
But yeah,
Thank you for
obviously
coming
it's tough to
tonight.
see as the team
Have a safe
losing
trip home.
to have to deal with that, but it's a part of the game, whether you like it or not. I'm sure if we had been up 1-0, we would have been doing the same exact thing. So, can't really argue with it too much. So, as the lights dim here at Shea Stadium, marks the end of the game. Scoreboard's off, 1-0 Regis. But it was a fun match, that's for sure.
Yeah, it was. Mountain Vista getting handed their second loss of the season. They're going to drop back a little bit because they were 9 spots. They were 9 spots out of a playoff spot, so that is very tough for them to handle. Regis is going to continue their undefeated season, going 4-0. However, to look on the bright side of things, Regis have been outscoring their opponents 4-0, 5-0, and then again 4-0. So at least Mountain Vista only gave up 1 goal, a little bit lower than Regis has seen. It was very hard fought. Regis, in the end, was just a better team. They could capitalize on their passes. They had a lot more shots on goal throughout the game. Mountain Vista, however, 10 minutes into the second half, they had their chances, but they just couldn't capitalize on it. Regis was wasting a lot of time, but I mean, that is the game of soccer. There's nothing you can really do about it. It's tough for Vista. It's tough for the fans, but you know what? We got to move on to another day. I'm pretty sure the next home game is Tuesday night, right, Gifford?
Yes, I believe that is correct, and I'll be on the call for that. That should be a fun one against rivals Rock Canyon. I'll be looking forward to that match. And you gotta let's take a look at just like the playoff seeding. Obviously, this year with COVID, all sports, well, at least most all sports, have had their playoffs shrunk to accommodate the shorter seasons, as they have 4 seasons this year instead of 3. So soccer playoffs trimmed down a round rather than starting with the round of 32, start with the round of 16. And in the past, Mountain Vista have been able to sneak into one of those last few spots. I know in 2019, I believe they got the 32 seed. But here in 2021, it will be tough for them to make the playoffs. But it's an upward journey, but it's not one that they can't handle. If Regis is one of the best teams in the state and they lost 1-0, who's to say that they can't beat the rest of their teams on their schedule? 8-2. You got to think that the committee should have them in the playoffs.
They should. And the thing, as you said, with the short-term playoffs, each and every game matters. You cannot dilly-dally around in this season and start off the season as 0-2 or 1-3. You have to win every single one of your games, only affording maybe 1 or 2 losses. Regis right now is sitting in a very comfortable spot, 4-0. Mountain Vista, however, they are 4-2. They need to work on winning every single one of their next games. As we said, Tuesday night they're playing against Rock Canyon. Thursday night they're going to be away at Legend. We will be covering both of those games. Hopefully Vista can go 6-2.
Yeah, well, and they have a packed schedule. They have 4 games next week. Start tomorrow night against Highlands Ranch, and then, as you said, they have 2 games we're covering, and then 1 more to finish off the season. And then it's into the playoffs. So hopefully Mount Vista will be able to get the job done. But you will have to stay tuned to find out. Tomorrow night, we will not be able to do the game as Highlands Ranch has the rights to it, which unfortunately we cannot control. But on Tuesday night, we will be back here to bring you another episode of Mount Vista Soccer, and we are very excited for that. It's going to be a fun game, fierce rivalry. Myself, and one of the alumni now covered the Rock Canyon Mount Vista game 2 years ago, and had a thrilling overtime ending, which was very fun. Hopefully we'll see something like that this year.
Yep. Well, my name's Jack Minahan, along with Griffin Leonard. We will see you next time. Thank you for watching VistaNow.